morning, and welcome to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. It's currently 76 degrees outside in Elgin. Nice sunny day all the way through. Partly cloudy tomorrow. High today of 87 with a high of 84 tomorrow. Low of 62 tomorrow as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a listener and following or listening on YouTube or 1410 AM. Like always, we're going to go right into the lottery of yesterday, Wednesday, September 17th. Good luck. The midday pick 3, 4, 1, 6 with a 4 on the end. Midday pick 4, 0, 2, 4, 3 with 1 on the end. Evening pick 3, 3, 7, 3 with a 9 fireball. And the evening pick 4, 8, 3, 9, 7 with a 1 on the end of that. The midday lucky coming in at 12, 18, 22, 43, and 44. And the evening lucky, those numbers are 1, 3, 26, 38, and 43. The Powerball comes in at 7, 30, 50, 54, 62 with that kicker of 20. The power play times 2 is $81 million. On today's news, we've got a few different things. Internship hunt starts earlier. That's from Business Insider. Also, District 21 board member resigns and the replacement sought. But let's hit our headline news today. This comes from CBS Chicago, and it is all about the Elgin raid earlier this week. 2 U.S. citizens were among 5 people arrested in an early morning ICE raid in Elgin, Illinois, Tuesday on an operation that was shared on social media by Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Those 2 citizens were later released. A video shared on social media by a witness shows several people being led away in handcuffs by agents in military uniforms with tactical vehicles in the street. The witnesses took the video and, after hearing what she described as an explosion around 5:15 a.m. In the video, you can see armed officers shining flashlights at a door into the window. Another neighbor said he heard a response from law enforcement from the air. Jim Anderson says, I was awakened at 20 to 6 by the drone of a helicopter flying overhead, circling the house, circling the neighborhood, spotlight on right over the house. Very unusual in our usually quiet neighborhood. A contractor called by a homeowner in the neighborhood to repair damage told CBS News Chicago that both the front and back doors of the home in question were busted in. 5 people were arrested by immigration agents from a single home. 2 of them have since been released because they are U.S. citizens. One of those men said it was incredibly scary morning to be arrested by immigration agents. He said they were asked at one point if they were citizens, and both men were on their way to work at the time, so were able to produce driver's license and be released. He said the reason the other 3 people were detained remains unknown. Noem shared a video of the same raid where she appeared to be present and said in her social media post that the offenses include DUI, felony stalking, and assault, but it was not clear whether the people shown in the video were related to any of those charges. Noem also spoke in her post about ICE agent dragged during a federal shooting in Franklin Park in Illinois Friday over the same video of Elgin raid, even though they are separate and unrelated incidents. Neighbors said the federal presence was massive to a point where they wondered if it was necessary. Neighbor Nick Hurst said, the amount of presence for helicopters, drones, a spotlight, the vehicles, the armored vehicles, it looked like it was a military orchestration that was coming down. Was that necessary for this kind of standard little neighborhood? Nonprofit immigrant rights organization Casa DuPage responded as soon as they heard about the raid. Ismael Cordoba Coloa of Casa DuPage said, we go out and patrol our communities starting as early as 4 in the morning. The group works to warn others in the community of any ICE-related activity. They said it could not reach the family that lives in the home before they were taken into federal custody. Cordoba Cola said, I see the door broken. I hear them screaming in Spanish, telling them to get out or else they'll come in with deadly force. Things like that. And then I see them come out one by one. Later, Illinois Senator Christina Castro, the Democrat from Elgin, canvassed her district herself with strong words for Nome after she said her community is afraid and angry with the ongoing, quote, Operation Midway Blitz. Castro had said, she can go to hell, don't come into my community. It is not clear if anyone arrested Tuesday morning has been charged with or convicted of any crimes. CBS News Chicago has asked the Department of Homeland Security for more information, but has not heard back about any of those specifics. Law enforcement sources say the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, ICE, and Customs and Border Protection were all on the ground in Chicago and surrounding suburbs. Actions like this are expected to last in Chicago for a few more weeks. When we come back, we've got more news here in the Fox River Valley and more things in the area. Especially, did ducks at a Buffalo Grove pond die of botulism? The Village is working with state to find out. I'm Dennis Green. This is the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'll see you in just a bit.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. Pads of Elgin appeals to the community as it welcomes supporters to tour refurbished shelter. But first, let's talk about ducks, Buffalo Grove, and botulism. Buffalo Grove officials said the village is unaware of reports of dead ducks in Pratchett Pond near Pritchett Elementary School, as well as concerns about avian botulism. The village is working with the Illinois Department of Natural Resources and Lake County's Ecological Service Program on the matter, according to a statement issued by the village. IDNR officials told the village it received initial reports of dead waterfowl in mid-August and conducted a site visit confirming 15 to 20 mallard duck carcasses and several dozen live birds around the pond. Several carcasses were collected and submitted to the National Wildlife Health Center for botulism testing, though tissue quality proved insufficient for testing. Additional reports of dead ducks surfaced early this morning, while an IDNR official heard birds showing clinical botulism signs were taken to a rehabilitation facility where infection may have been confirmed. The agency said future testing would require access to dying rather than dead birds. The outbreak has the area residents concerned. Kevin Dryman first noticed a dead duck in the pond August 17th. The next day, he found more than 10 carcasses and called Buffalo Grove police suspecting poisoning. A community service officer responded and photographed one of the inlets to the pond and what appeared to be a black stream flowing into the water. Dryman contacted IDNR August 19th to collect the dead ducks for testing. He said he and his wife rescued 2 sick ducks, taking them to Flint Creek Wildlife Rehabilitation in Barrington. The center confirmed botulism as a cause of death in the dead ducks that had been brought there, Dryman said. On August 21st, he called the village public works department after finding another dead duck. He said they sent someone out, collected the duck, and left. Then last weekend, Dryman rescued another sick duck that later died at Flint Creek. Dryman said he wants to see some action. Quote, I understand that you can't test the water for avian botulism, but you can still test the water for variants of botulism. Kids fish in the pond and they throw the fish back and then they eat their snacks. If it's not a form that can spread to humans, it is still a form of botulism that can still be spread to people's pets. Other residents have expressed concerns as well. At Monday's village board meeting, Deputy Village Manager Mike Skibby confirmed crews have investigated the site, but it is unclear if water was actually tested. Skibby said Public Works has been out there to investigate the pond, take a look at water quality, and does not see any signs of illicit discharges or any other water quality issues that we would normally respond to. To follow this story and more, head on over to dailyherald.com. Before we go, let's hit one more story of pads. Pads of Elgin appeals to community as it welcomes supporters to tour the refurbished shelter. As Pads of Elgin works to solve a budget crisis that threatens its mission, the group took an opportunity on Wednesday to welcome supporters to tour its newly renovated space and ask for help. The organization, which provides support and transitional housing for families and individuals facing homelessness, is confronting an urgent budget shortfall and needs to raise $500,000 to get through the winter. Executive Director Katie Shaw Thompson told the crowd of about 75 supporters and guests that the PADS board of directors is working hard to, quote, chart a new path, unquote, when it comes to funding. First, it needs to make it through the next 6 months. Thompson said, now we need to help to keep those doors open. The work we do now depends entirely on the generosity of our community. An end to the COVID-era funding, coupled with no new federal funding to replace it, has left PADS of Elgin in a situation where it's short about half its annual budget. They've made some budget cuts, but still face a significant shortfall. Thompson has called it a best of times, worst of times situation. The space the group rents at 1730 Berkeley Street from Wayside Cross Ministries recently underwent a much-needed renovation. That has funded by the landlord. The makeover includes new paint, flooring, kitchen improvements, and reorganized office space. When we come back, there are a few more fires that happened in Aurora, and a Batavia business had burglaries. And we'll head on over to South Barrington for more water tests. You're listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. Come on back.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Want to read some action-packed, exciting pulp fiction? Read the works of Michael Tooman, now featuring the international crime thriller, I Married a Bot Madam. Available on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle editions. The paperback is also available at other book retailers. Check out Michael Tooman's webpage at Scilink.net. That's Papa Sierra Yankee Lima India November Kilo dot November Echo Tango.
Theriault Booth, a leading local law firm, is located on the beautiful Fox River in downtown St. Charles. Here's Ryan Theriault.
For better or worse, there are just times people need a lawyer. Whether you are involved in a work injury, in an automobile crash, selling a home, or even planning for your estate after your passing, we're here. We're local. We're part of the community.
For more information, visit them on the web at tbfirm.com or give them a call at 630-526-4242.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. It is 26 past the hour, sitting at 77 degrees here in Elgin. Thanks for listening on the 1410 AM airwaves, or possibly listening online at WRMN 1410, or those of you that are over on the YouTube side of things. I appreciate you joining us as well. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button while you're there. Batavia business burglary. Police are investigating a possible burglary this week at All de Smokes in Batavia. Officers responded about 9:42 p.m. Monday on September 15th to a possible in-progress burglary at the smoke shop at 2026 West Wilson Street. Upon arrival, officers discovered that there was a forced entry through the door, Batavia police said in a news release. Officials said there were no offenders on scene. No arrests have been announced. Members of the public with information are asked to contact the Batavia Police Department Investigations Division at 630-454-2500. Again, that's the Batavia Police Department Investigations Division about a burglary at Alda Smokes in Batavia at 2026 West Wilson. Please call 630-454-2500. Park Ridge Niles School District 64 Board will hold a hearing about the proposed budget for 2026 fiscal year during its regular public meeting Thursday night. The meeting is set to start at 7 p.m. at Jefferson School at 8200 West Greendale Avenue in Niles. A vote on the spending plan will follow. The fiscal year began July 1st. And South Barrington residents whose homes have private wells can pick up kits to test water quality at Village Hall. That's 30 South Barrington Road. Kits are $20 and will be available through September 30th. Water samples can be dropped off at the Barrington Area Library, 505 Northwest Highway in Barrington on October 1st. Well owners should test water supplies for bacteria and nitrates annually, according to a village news release. The kits aren't for residents on the village's municipal water system. That water already is regularly tested, according to the release. This is the WRMN 10 o'clock news. We are 2 days, 7 hours, 30 minutes, and 45 seconds away from America's First Responders Fest, happening September 20th in downtown Hampshire from 1 to 6 p.m. Find us for stage recognition of the first responders and also some great bands, food trucks, kids' activities, and more. Find out more information at WRMN1410.com or call the office at 847-741-7700. This is the WRMN 10 o'clock news.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Sky Rizzi. Governor J.B. Pritzker is questioning President Donald Trump's health as federal authorities arrive in Illinois to ramp up immigration and public safety enforcement efforts. U.S. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced in Chicago Tuesday that violent offenders were taken off the streets that same morning with arrests for assault, DUI, and felony stalking. Pritzker took questions from reporters on Tuesday after an event in Oak Park. When asked about Trump seemingly changing his mind in recent days about sending the National Guard, the governor questioned the president's health. Target is expanding its next-day delivery of parcel shipments to 35 of the nation's top 60 metropolitan markets by the end of next month. That means its next-day delivery expansion will go to 54% of the U.S. population, up from 20%, according to Gretchen McCarthy, Target's chief supply chain and logistics officer. A 4-year-old suburban Cook County child has tested positive for measles, the second confirmed infection in the county this year. The Cook County Department of Public Health believes the child was infected during international travel. Officials told the Daily Herald they are working to identify and notify people who have been exposed. One identified point of exposure is O'Hare International Airport's Terminal 5 between 7:30 and 11 a.m. on Thursday, September 11th. Health officials say anyone who may have been exposed should check with their healthcare provider if they are unsure about their vaccination status. A house fire early Saturday morning in the 1800 block of Ashwood Lane led to firefighters uncovering a large cannabis growing operation in the home. Aurora police and firefighters responded to the home just after 7:20 a.m. for the report of a structure fire and found small flames near the front entrance and siding damage from the heat. heat. The Aurora Fire Department quickly extinguished the fire before it could spread. While investigating the cause of the blaze, firefighters found signs of a cannabis grow operation in the basement and alerted responding officers. Aurora police detained 2 residents, homeowner 32-year-old Ryan Prey of Aurora and his roommate, a 20-year-old man. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested, even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Today, sunny with a high near 85. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 62. Overnight, patchy fog with mostly clear skies and a low around 59. Tomorrow, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 85. Currently, it is 74 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So, I'm opening my own coffee shop.
I smell a caffeinated catastrophe.
And I needed menu boards and banners printed.
What you really needed was a reality check.
Staples really came through. They printed menus and signs, even flyers in time for my grand opening.
And that's when the other shoe dropped.
Not quite. I got $125 off my custom print order.
Cha-ching! For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. I'm Dennis Green. The Aurora Fire Department responds to 2 overlapping second alarm fires. These were just minutes apart. The Aurora Fire Department Office of Public Information said they were called to a 6-story apartment complex in the 800 block of North Lake Street at approximately 3:47 p.m. to find heavy fire coming from a 5th floor unit. A 15-year-old girl was treated for smoke inhalation and taken to the hospital, and 2 cats were rescued from the apartment 13 minutes after the initial 911 call. The fire was extinguished and the building was deemed uninhabitable due to extensive smoke damage. Just minutes later, at approximately 4:11 p.m., a second fire was dispatched in the 2200 block of Boxford Court. First responders arrived to find heavy smoke coming from a 2-story home. All residents had already evacuated. The The responding fire engine quickly deployed a hose line to extinguish a first-floor fire. Although the building remained structurally habitable, the residents opted to stay with family. The Aurora Fire Chief David McCabe said, "These two incidents underscore the complexity of what our firefighters face day to day, moving from a high-rise response to a residential fire within minutes. I'm proud of our crews for acting swiftly, adapting to each environment, and making sure everyone is safe." Don't forget, we are 2 days, 7 hours, 22 minutes, and 37 seconds away from America's First Responders Fest. That is the Downtown Hampshire event this year, Saturday, September 20th, in downtown Hampshire from 1 to 6 p.m., rain or shine. We're going to have a live broadcast there on WRMN where you'll be able to watch the ceremony and also listen to the live entertainment right on WRMN Radio. You can find us at youtube.com and look for WRMN Radio. Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Mixed Company Band, Canyon Arrow Light featuring Tim and Joe, and of course, a classic car show presented by the Eagles Club, 1047, right there in Gilbert's. It'll be over on the street in downtown Hampshire, lined up with vendor booths, food trucks, and kids' activities. Come meet your neighbors and thank a first responder while you are at it. Don't forget, the proceeds also go to a few of our friends here at the station, and that is Canines for Veterans. They provide service dogs for veterans and first responders with PTSD, TBI, and MST. Also, the Illinois Peer Support Team for firefighters and police. They are never alone. They are brothers and sisters from across the state coming together to form a support network for the mental and physical health of their fellow firefighters and police. Also, True Patriots Care, dedicated to recognizing and supporting those who have served their communities as first responders and as members of the armed services. Go to truepatriotscare.com. Before we go to break, Palatine Township appeals. The residents can file an appeal of their 2025 property tax assessment at the Township Assessor's Office through noon, October 22nd, or online with the Cook County Assessor. The township has forms outside its front door and the front desk. Residents also can appeal by emailing appeals@palatinetownship-il.gov, including their name, address, phone number, property pin, and email address. Residents who want to file directly with Cook County should go to the cookcountyassessor.com/online-appeals. Assessor Bill Pullman says, "The Township Assessor's Office is here to help you make sure you are only paying your fair share of the property tax." Here soon, we are going to come back with just a few minutes. And when we get back, we're going to talk about Supra Jane is appointed to the Naperville's municipal body, making her the first woman of color to serve on city council. Stick around, more WRMN 10 o'clock news coming up after this.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
Welcome back to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. Super Jane appointed to Naperville's municipal body. Super Jane has taken her seat on the Naperville City Council with groundbreaking swear-in. Jane, most recently the vice president of the Indian Prairie Unit District 204 School Board, fills a vacant council spot. Jane said, "With this appointment, I become the first woman of color to serve on the Naperville City Council. While this was not the reason I sought this position or this role, it is not lost on me that representation matters. We should all be proud that our city's leadership is beginning to look more like the community it serves." Jane replaces Allison Longenbaugh, who stepped down after more than 2 years at the role. At her last council meeting, Longenbaugh said she is taking a private sector position that does not allow her to serve in public office. Longenbaugh asked her to consider the role, Jane said. The second-generation Indian American, wife and mom of 2 teenage boys, Jane holds a law degree from DePaul University. Her immigrant parents made Illinois their home in Bloomington. Normal and instilled in her, quote, "very deeply the importance in community and service," Jane said. She continued, "At my core, I believe leadership is about listening, learning, and helping others thrive. That's been the work I've done as an educator, as a school board member, and that's what I hope to bring here as well." Jane was first elected to the District 204 board in 2021 and won re-election this past April. She is the principal lecturer in communication and media studies at North Central College in Naperville. Councilwoman Benny White, a former District 204 board member, said, "She's first class, and I think you're going to do a wonderful job." Councilwoman Mary Gibson said, "As she steps into the new role, I know that our community will be well served by her thoughtful leadership, her dedication, and her integrity." The council voted unanimously to appoint Jane to the seat. She will complete the rest of the term, which runs through April 2027. Just pull up my next side here. This comes from the Associated Press. Out of New York, ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely beginning Wednesday after comments he made about Charlie Kirk's killing led to a group of ABC-affiliated stations to say it would not air the show and provoked some ominous comments from the top federal regulator. The veteran late-night comic made several remarks about the reaction to the conservative activist assassination last week on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Monday and Tuesday nights, including that, quote, many in MAGA land are working very hard to capitalize on the murder of Charlie Kirk, unquote. ABC, which has aired Kimmel's late-night show since 2003, moved swiftly after Nexstar Communication Group said it would pull the show starting Wednesday. Kimmel's comments about Kirk's death, quote, are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse, said Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. Nexstar operates 23 ABC affiliates. There was no immediate comment from Kimmel, whose contract is up in May of 2026. ABC's statement did not cite a reason for why the show was preempted. President Donald Trump celebrated ABC's move on the social media site Truth Social, writing, "Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done." Earlier in the day, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr called Kimmel's comments truly sick and said his agency has strong case for holding Kimmel, ABC, and network parent Walt Disney Company accountable for spreading misinformation. He said the comic appeared to be making an intentional effort to mislead the public that Kirk's assassin was a right-wing Trump supporter. During his Monday evening monologue, Kimmel suggested Kirk's alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, might have been a pro-Trump Republican. The MAGA gang is desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, Kimmel went to say, and doing so everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. Carr said on the Benny Johnson podcast, "This is a very, very serious issue right now for Disney. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to take action on Kimmel, or there is going to be additional work for the FCC ahead." Authorities say the 22-year-old grew up in a conservative household in southern Utah, but was enmeshed in, quote, leftist ideology. His parents told investigators he had turned politically left and pro-LGBTQ rights in the last year. His voter status is inactive, meaning he did not vote in 2 regular general elections. He told his transgender partner that he targeted Kirk because he, quote, had enough of his hatred. Both Disney and Nexstar have FCC business ahead of them. Disney is seeking regulatory approval for ESPN's acquisition of the NFL Network, and Nexstar needs the Trump administration's go-ahead to complete its $6.2 billion purchase of broadcast rival Tegna. For both companies, reinstating Kimmel after a suspension would risk the ire of Trump, who has already claimed that the show has been canceled. While CBS said this past summer that it was, quote, canceling Colbert's show next May for financial reasons, some critics have wondered if this stance on Trump played a role. Both Colbert and Kimmel have made the president the frequent target of his jokes. Soon after the Colbert cancellation, the FCC approved CBS parent company Paramount's long-pending deal with Skydance. Trump similarly celebrated Colbert's impending exit. "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired," Trump said. "His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next." Within the past year, both Disney and CBS parent Paramount chose to settle lawsuits brought by Trump against the news division rather than fight it out in court. FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez criticized the administration for, quote, using the weight of the government power to suppress lawful expression in a post on the X. Ari Cohen said another media outlet withered under the government pressure, ensuring that the administration will continue to extort and extract retribution on broadcasters and publishers who criticize it. Ari Cohen, the lead counsel for tech policy at the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, went on to say, "We cannot be a country where late-night talk show hosts serve at the pleasure of the president." When we come back, we're headed back into the local area where Mount Prospect proposes regulations for those e-vehicles, and District 22 board member resigns and a replacement is sought. You're listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. We'll be right back after this.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, and our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are LEAD. Sponsored by LEAD, Inc.
To the WRMN 10 o'clock news. It's 56 past the hour, just a few more minutes left in the news hour here. If you ever miss any of the 10 o'clock news, make sure you go over to youtube.com and you can find the full playlist over there. The engineer for the show, Matt McNeil, does a fantastic job of making sure that that is posted well before he starts his show at 11 for Out to Lunch. To wrap up the news here on the local side, District 21 board member resigns and the replacement is sought. Wheeling Township Elementary District 21 is looking for a new board member to replace Dagmara Kalawinski, who recently resigned. Kalawinski, Director of Business Strategy for Discover Financial Sciences in Northbrook, said the decision to step down was not easy but necessary so she can concentrate more on her professional and personal obligations. The board president, Jessica Riddick, thanked Kalawinski for her service to the community. Riddick went on to say, her unwavering support for our school helped direct policy and improve communications on many levels, and I'm grateful for the time and effort she invested to advance the mission of D21. Kalawinski was elected to a 4-year term in April of 2023, so her replacement will serve until April 2027 election. Applications for interested candidates available are due back by 3 p.m. Wednesday, October 1st at the district office or by emailing district21 at ccsd21.org. Thank you for listening to the WRMN 10 o'clock news. We are 2 days, 7 hours, 1 minute, and 48 seconds away from America's First Responders Fest. Find out more about America's First Responders Fest at WRMN1410.com or head on over Saturday, September 20th to downtown Hampshire from 1 to 6 p.m., rain or shine, for First Responders Recognition, live entertainment, a classic car show by the Eagles Club 1047, vendor booths, food trucks, and kids' activities. I'm Dennis Green. Tomorrow we'll have a different 10 o'clock news.